Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we will dive deep into the latest drama swirling around Port Charles as emotions run high, secrets unravel, and relationships are tested like never before. From Nina Reeves' desperate pleas to Sonny Corinthos regarding Michael Corinthos' bold moves, to the heartbreaking fallout of Giovanni Gio Palmieri's life-altering revelations, and the simmering tension between family members, there's no shortage of excitement. Let's unpack the intricate web of events that promise to keep us on the edge of our seats in this Wednesday, May 28th update. First, let's turn our attention to the escalating conflict surrounding Nina Reeves and her fervent attempts to influence Sonny Corinthos. Nina, known for her fierce determination when it comes to family matters, finds herself in a precarious position as she implores Sonny to intervene with Michael Corinthos. Her concern stems from Michael's recent decisions about the children, particularly after he whisks young Wiley Corinthos away for a sleepover at Grandma Carly Spencer's house without so much as a backward glance. Nina, with her voice trembling with a mix of fear and frustration, argues that a middle ground must be found to preserve family harmony. However, Sonny, ever the pragmatic patriarch, might counter with the perspective that Michael, now back in town with a renewed sense of purpose, is more than capable of steering his own ship. This clash of opinions between Nina and Sonny adds another layer of tension to an already volatile situation, leaving us to wonder if Nina's emotional appeals will sway Sonny's stoic stance or if Michael will continue on his independent path. Meanwhile, the drama doesn't stop at the Corinthos household. At the doorstep of Carly's home, a surprising standoff unfolds as Jason Morgan positions himself as a barrier when Drew Kane and Willow Corinthos attempt to follow Michael and Wiley. Jason, with his characteristic steely resolve, seems determined to protect Michael's decision, perhaps seeing it as a necessary step for the young man to assert his autonomy. This unexpected interference by Jason introduces a new dynamic. Will Drew and Willow back down, or will they challenge Jason's authority in a bid to reach Michael? The air crackles with unspoken rivalries and past grievances as these key players navigate their complex relationships, each move calculated yet charged with raw emotion. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Sasha Gilmore Corbin finds herself grappling with a whirlwind of nerves amid the intensifying custody feud. Her anxiety is compounded by a deeply guarded secret. She's carrying Michael's child, a revelation that could upend the already fragile balance of loyalties in this saga. As she paces the familiar halls of her home, her mind races with scenarios of how this news might alter her future and her place within the Corinthos family. Yet, a flicker of relief comes when she learns of Michael's return and his readiness to take the reins. This development offers Sasha a glimmer of hope, a chance to lean on Michael's strength as they face the challenges ahead together. But with such a monumental secret weighing on her, one can't help but ponder how long she can keep it hidden before it bursts into the open, potentially igniting a firestorm of reactions. Shifting focus to the Quartermaine mansion, the atmosphere is thick with betrayal and heartbreak following the explosive truth about Giovanni Gio Palmieri. The young man, still reeling from overhearing a life-shattering conversation at the nurses' ball, made a dramatic statement on stage that left everyone stunned. The aftermath sees Gio wrestling with his identity and his place in the family, culminating in his decision to pack his bags and leave the sprawling estate. His confrontation with Emma Scorpio Drake is laden with emotion. While Gio warns her not to stop him, Emma's response is not one of obstruction but of solidarity. She insists on accompanying him, believing that no one should face such turmoil alone. Her loyalty to Gio shines through, a beacon of support amidst his storm, but will it be enough to anchor him when the pain of betrayal cuts so deep? Adding to the Quartermaine chaos, Tracy Quartermaine steps into the fray with a mix of concern and authority. Having caught wind of the latest developments, Tracy is resolute in her mission to keep Gio within the family fold. She pleads with her grandson, her voice a blend of sternness and sorrow, urging him not to take another step away from the home that has always been his sanctuary. Her arguments are rooted in a deep-seated fear of losing another piece of her family to the rifts that seem to perpetually plague the Quartermaines. Yet, Joe's fury and sense of betrayal burn bright, and it remains uncertain whether Tracy's impassioned words can mend the wounds or if they will fall on deaf ears as Gio seeks solace elsewhere. In a parallel storyline, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine faces her own emotional reckoning as she confronts her mother, Lois Cerullo, over a deception that has shattered trust. Lois, caught off guard, struggles to justify her actions after it comes to light that she concealed the truth about Gio being Brooke Lynn's child for years. The confrontation unfolds with raw intensity, as Brooke Lynn, tears streaming down her face, expresses the depth of her hurt and the impossibility of forgiveness at this juncture. Lois' betrayal cuts to the core, severing the bond they once shared, and Brooke Lynn's decision to distance herself from her mother speaks volumes about the pain of hidden truths. This poignant mother-daughter clash leaves lingering questions about whether time or apologies can ever heal such a profound rift. The emotional turmoil extends to Dante Falconeri, who is coming to terms with the staggering revelation that Gio is the son he never knew he had. As he processes this bombshell, Dante is a portrait of inner conflict, grappling with feelings of regret, longing, and the weight of missed opportunities. His journey of understanding his connection to Gio is only beginning, and each step forward is fraught with the challenge of navigating uncharted paternal waters. How Dante will bridge the gap with Gio, and whether they can forge a meaningful relationship amidst the chaos, remains a storyline to watch with bated breath. Lastly, let's not overlook the tender and passionate subplot involving Kai Taylor and Trina Robinson. In a quiet, intimate moment away from the storms of family drama, Kai gently questions Trina's certainty as they stand on the precipice of deepening their bond. Their romance, blossoming amidst the chaos of Port Charles, reaches a new level of closeness, igniting sparks of passion that promise to light up their path. Though the future may hold unforeseen obstacles, for now, Kai and Trina revel in the euphoria of their connection, their shared glances and soft touches painting a picture of young love at its most vibrant. Fans can anticipate that their journey will be one of both sweetness and struggle as external pressures inevitably test their newfound intimacy. Next, we will explore the whirlwind of drama that has engulfed Port Charles with Michael Corinthos' dramatic return to reclaim his children, setting off a chain of confrontations, hidden truths, and emotional reckonings. From custody battles to shocking secrets and potential betrayals, the stakes have never been higher for the residents of this tumultuous town. Join us as we delve into the intricate layers of deceit, love, and longing that define the latest developments in the lives of Michael, Willow, Drew, and many others caught in this web of family chaos. Let's begin with the seismic shift in dynamics brought about by Michael Corinthos' unexpected homecoming. After a prolonged absence, Michael storms back into Port Charles with a singular focus: to fight for his children and restore his fractured family. However, he's met with a harsh reality. Willow Corinthos, his estranged partner, has relocated their kids to live with Drew Kane, a move that stings with betrayal. Michael's heart burns with determination as he steps into the fray, ready to challenge the new status quo. The tension is palpable as he navigates this emotional battlefield, his resolve hardened by memories of laughter-filled days with his little ones. Adding fuel to the fire, whispers around town suggest that Willow had no inkling of Michael's imminent return, believing he had turned his back on her entirely. The stage is set for a confrontation that could either mend broken bonds or shatter them beyond repair. Meanwhile, the relationship between Drew Kane and Willow Corinthos appears to be teetering on the edge of collapse, with dark clouds gathering on the horizon. Drew finds himself in hot water as he faces off against the formidable Diane Miller, who represents Tracy Quartermaine in a scandalous legal battle. Tracy accuses Drew of orchestrating a vicious frame-up, alleging he pinned his own misdeeds, rumored to involve a wild night of ketamine and an illicit escapade with a stripper, on her. Further complicating matters, it's revealed that Drew manipulated communications with a facility in Germany, ensuring Willow was falsely informed that Michael had refused to see her during a critical time. This deception, paired with Drew's clandestine affair with Nina Reeves that contributed to the unraveling of Willow's marriage, paints him as a master of duplicity. Yet, in a surprising twist, Drew and Willow propose a fragile truce in the midst of the custody storm, hoping to broker peace. But when Willow confronts Michael with accusations of abandonment, unaware that he knows nothing of Drew's lies, will the truth emerge to expose Drew's machinations, or will misunderstandings drive an even deeper wedge between the former couple? The specter of exposure looms large as Tracy Quartermaine holds a dangerous card up her sleeve. Furious over her wrongful arrest and armed with the explosive knowledge of Drew and Nina's secret affair, Tracy simmers with righteous indignation at the thought of Drew playing happy families while she bears the brunt of his schemes. In the opulent halls of the Quartermaine mansion, Tracy's sharp tongue and unwavering resolve make it clear she has no intention of staying silent. Her potential revelation could detonate Drew's carefully constructed facade, sending shockwaves through Port Charles. If Tracy spills the beans, it might just open a window for Michael and Willow to rebuild their fractured relationship. Michael, still harboring deep feelings for Willow, longs to mend what was broken, even if she remains hesitant. However, the path to reconciliation is fraught with hidden landmines, particularly as Michael himself guards a secret that could unravel everything. A passionate, fleeting night with Sasha Gilmore that he and Sasha have vowed to bury deep. This brings us to the precarious situation surrounding Michael's unspoken truth and its potential to upend any chance of reuniting with Willow. Mirroring the complicated legacy of his father, Sonny Corinthos, Michael finds himself entangled in a web of his own making, having fathered a child with another woman while yearning to reclaim his life with his wife. The pact of silence between Michael and Sasha hangs by a thread, a fragile agreement that could snap under the weight of unforeseen circumstances. As whispers of reconciliation with Willow grow louder, the burden of this secret weighs heavily on Michael's shoulders. Every stolen glance and hushed conversation with Sasha reminds him of the stakes. If this truth comes to light, it could obliterate the fragile trust he's trying to rebuild with Willow, leaving their future in ruins. Adding another layer of complexity, we turn to the delicate and potentially explosive scenario involving Sasha Gilmore. Haunted by the traumatic memories of her first pregnancy, Sasha faces this new chapter with a mix of trepidation and quiet resolve. Michael, fully aware of her past struggles, has agreed to a heart-wrenching compromise, allowing Sasha to raise their child independently, away from the scrutiny of Port Charles's judgmental eyes. In a surprising twist, Jason Morgan has stepped into the role of a surrogate father figure, offering Sasha unwavering support as they craft a protective facade around the baby's true paternity. Yet, danger lurks in the shadows. Should Sasha encounter a sudden health crisis or go into labor prematurely, the instinctual pull for Michael to rush to her side could unravel everything. Picture the scene. Michael, torn between duty and desire, racing to the hospital under the guise of concern, only to risk exposing the secret he's fought so hard to conceal. Will his impulsive actions betray the trust of both Sasha and Jason, and in turn, jeopardize his chance of reuniting with Willow by revealing the hidden child? The intricate dance of deception and loyalty comes to a head as we ponder Michael's internal struggle. He trusts Jason's capability to stand by Sasha and safeguard their shared secret, but the emotional pull of fatherhood and past bonds with Sasha gnaws at him relentlessly. In quiet moments, Michael wrestles with the decision: does he step back and let Jason handle the situation, preserving the illusion for the sake of his children with Willow, or does his heart lead him to intervene, potentially blowing apart the delicate balance they've all worked to maintain? The risk is monumental. One misstep could see Michael losing not only his shot at reconciliation but also the respect and trust of those around him. The streets of Port Charles buzz with speculation as bystanders and family members alike sense the undercurrents of something unspoken, waiting for the inevitable moment when buried truths claw their way to the surface. Next. We will venture into the heart of Port Charles as we unpack the dramatic events set to unfold during the week of Monday, May 26th through Friday, May 30th. This week promises a roller coaster of emotions with bitter fallouts from hidden truths, a heartfelt homecoming for a beloved character, and poignant conversations that could change relationships forever. From Lois Cerullo's tearful reckoning to Michael Corinthos' long-awaited return and the emotional turmoil surrounding Brooke Lynn Quartermaine chase, there's much to explore in the entangled lives of our favorite residents. Let's dive into the juicy details of each day's developments and the new layers of intrigue we've woven into this captivating storyline. Kicking off the week on Monday, May 26th, we note that it's Memorial Day in Port Charles, and ABC General Hospital will air a rerun of the gripping episode originally broadcast on November 26, 2024. This blast from the past revisits a pivotal moment in the ongoing saga of Ava Jerome's trial, where Rick Lansing strategically calls Christina Corinthos Davis back to the witness stand, her testimony laced with tension that could sway the courtroom's verdict. Meanwhile, Elizabeth Baldwin and Lucky Spencer are thrown into a panic as they discover that Lulu Spencer has vanished from Turning Woods, her sudden disappearance shrouded in mystery. Unbeknownst to them, Lulu, fueled by a desperate need for answers after a chilling encounter with Cyrus Renault, orchestrates her own breakout and catches a ride back to Port Charles with the ever-loyal Cody Bell, their journey fraught with unspoken fears. Adding to the episode's intensity, Sasha Corbin stumbles upon a life-altering revelation: she's pregnant, a secret that promises to ripple through her future with unforeseen consequences. This rerun sets the stage for a week of high stakes, reminding viewers of the intricate web of secrets that continue to bind these characters. On Tuesday, May 27th, the emotional landscape of Port Charles darkens as Lois Cerullo faces the harsh aftermath of a long-buried secret coming to light. In a heart-wrenching confrontation, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine Chase unleashes her pain, declaring Lois' actions utterly unforgivable, her words cutting through the air like a knife. Lois, her eyes brimming with tears, crumbles under the weight of her daughter's disdain, realizing that the bond they once shared may be irreparably damaged. The scene unfolds in the dimly lit Cerullo family home, where every corner holds memories of happier times now tainted by betrayal. Elsewhere, Dante Falconeri grapples with his own emotional storm, overwhelmed by the revelations that have upended his world, his thoughts a chaotic swirl as he tries to process the fallout with Brooke Lynn by his side. At the same time, Cody Bell confides in Lulu Spencer, his voice heavy with regret as he questions whether they made the right decision in a critical moment, their conversation unfolding under the shadow of doubt in a quiet corner of Kelly's diner. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves turns to Sonny Corinthos with a desperate plea, her hands clasped in urgency as she argues against a custody compromise, believing it could spell disaster for the fragile family dynamics. For Sasha Corbin, a wave of relief washes over her as she learns Michael Corinthos is safe and back in town, easing her mounting anxiety about caring for little Amelia Corinthos alone, her heart lighter at the thought of newfound support. Wednesday, May 28th, marks a joyous yet complex homecoming for Michael Corinthos, who was warmly welcomed back by an eclectic gathering of Quartermaines, Corinthos, and Spencers at a lively family reunion held at the Quartermaine estate. The air buzzes with a mix of relief and curiosity as loved ones pepper him with questions about his time away, their smiles masking underlying tensions about the custody battles that loom on the horizon. Amidst this celebration, Dante Falconeri and Brooke Lynn reach out to their son, Giovanni Gio Palmieri, in a tender yet fraught moment at the park where Gio often seeks solace. They struggle to explain the shocking truth that neither knew of his true parentage, with Dante unaware he even had a son with Brooke Lynn. The conversation is complicated by lingering resentment. Dante's earlier accusations against Gio for Rocco Falconeri's near-fatal incident cast a long shadow, making forgiveness seem like a distant hope. Joe's guarded expression speaks volumes as he listens, torn between anger and a longing for connection. In a quieter part of town, Brooke Lynn's husband, Harrison Chase, opens up with a startling admission to a close confidant at the police station, his words hinting at a hidden burden that could shift their relationship's dynamic, the weight of his confession evident in his hesitant tone. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves finds a sympathetic ear in Maxie Jones during a heartfelt chat at Crimson's office, pouring out her fears and frustrations over the custody drama, her voice trembling with the strain of maintaining composure as Maxie offers a comforting perspective on navigating such turbulent waters. As the week progresses, the undercurrents of these events promise to pull Port Charles's residents into deeper conflicts and unexpected reconciliations. The bitter repercussions Lois faces are just the beginning, as her relationship with Brooklyn hangs by a thread, the pain of deception echoing through every interaction. Michael's return, while a beacon of hope for some, stirs the pot of unresolved issues, particularly as he steps into the fray of family loyalties and legal battles over his children. The emotional heart-to-hearts, whether between Dante and Gio or Nina and Maxie, reveal the raw vulnerabilities of characters we've grown to love, each conversation a stepping stone toward either healing or further heartbreak.